Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt.
There's absolutely no doubt that cardio is good for you, whether you're trying to lose weight, just want to be more healthy, or want to be able to live longer. The incredible thing about cardio is that it can come in many different forms. If asked to give an example of cardio exercise without knowing the actual statistics, I can confidently say that most respondents are going to say running. Welcome to the Workout Nerdout. I'm Julio Lopez. I'm a certified strength and conditioning specialist with over 10 years of experience in personal training. I also have my master's degree in nutrition. While running is great and can be done just by stepping out your front door, some of you might not be fans and may be afraid that it's going to cost you your muscle gains. Since running can be moderately high impact exercise, it can be what may hurt prospective muscle growth. That said, one of the most underrated exercises that I'm particularly fond of is rowing, which is also the sport that I competed in while attending at UC Santa Barbara. When you get to be my age, you start getting affected by joint discomfort in the knees, ankles, hips, and specifically for me and others who spend a lot of time standing up, foot pain is for real, in which one or all of these issues can detract from wanting to run. For many, the harsh landing with each step reverberates from the base of the foot to the lower back. As for rowing, when applying good technique, that reverberation does not exist, thus saving you from such discomfort. When it comes to rowing, it doesn't matter if you're doing an all-out Tabata workout or a long steady-state workout. You're not pounding your feet as you would when running. Also, rowing is a series of smooth, controlled movements that when combined will create fluid motion, thus making the impact very minimal. One of the ways that running can hurt hypertrophy is the eccentric load on the muscles for each foot strike. In English, I'm talking about the force taking place when each foot lands that your leg muscles have to overcome. Typically, when running, the force can be 2 to 3 times your body weight, so leg muscles have to work extra hard to prevent you from collapsing. On the contrary, rowing is mostly concentric focus, meaning that the main challenge comes from pushing off, and since the resistance increases when you row harder, that can be a great supplement to help with building up your legs by doing short yet intense sprint intervals. Most people only think of the six-pack when asked to describe the core, but you have to remember that the core is all 360 degrees of your trunk. In other words, the core is not just the rectus abdominis, the six-pack, but also your lower back, obliques, and even the glutes. Since you have to maintain a good posture to row correctly and reduce the risk of injuring your back, this means that you have to fully activate the core muscles to disallow your back from bending against the rowing machine's resistance. If you're someone that works in an office, chances are that you've caught yourself slouching when working on the computer. There's no shame about this, since I've been guilty about doing the same thing. Since rowing encourages maintaining a good posture even when encountering resistance from the machine, this further strengthens the core muscles that are prone to fatigue and the most common reason why people slouch when sitting. Do you know that one of the most important tasks of the core is to function as a spinal stabilizer, not just looking good at the beach? When rowing, your posture should be nice and tall to prevent potential back injuries. As you're rowing, there's resistance coming from the chain, which means that for you to be able to maintain the tall posture, you must activate the core muscles, particularly those lining your spine. Similar to the deadlift, if you allow the back to bend, then straighten throughout the movement, over time, this could lead to a herniated disc. You probably never thought that rowing can be one of the best forms of stress relief that you can do. While a lot of people, including gym bros and gym girlies, like to hammer cardio workouts as ineffective and potentially deleterious to your muscle gains, they fail to inform you that cardio is proven to improve sleep quality, which is important for muscle gains, and release endorphins, aka nature's mood booster. You can get these benefits from simple steady-state workouts at an easy pace, as well as more high-intensity rowing workouts like fartleks, Tabatas, a 2K or 6K time trial, or the infamous Dirty Dozen. That's 12 500-meter full speed sprints with 1 minute rest between each round. It's not for the faint of heart. Do you ever find it difficult to stay focused and push through challenging tasks? Back when I was on the high school baseball team, my coach called this mental toughness, and you can just call it mental endurance. In most situations, you're actually able to do much more than you think you can do. But when in discomfort, either physically or psychologically, gets to a certain level, you start thinking that you should stop. For example, if you were to row at a full sprint for 10 seconds, most of you would be perfectly fine. But should the sprint be extended to 30 to 60 seconds, some of you may start to reduce the power for each stroke. Not because your muscles are fatiguing, but that your legs are really burning, and the only way to reduce the burn is to power down, aka give up. With consistent rowing that gradually increases intensity demands, not only will longer sprints be more doable, but many will feel more empowered as they see their endurance improve and being able to be more comfortable with being uncomfortable. This is mental toughness. As you get older, especially when you no longer participate competitively in sports that require speed and explosiveness, trying to get back to playing at high levels after age 40 can be risky. Since rowing is a lower impact sport, you'll actually find people in their 50s, 60s, and 70s and beyond be able to learn the sport and even compete and safely build muscular strength and power. In fact, studies have revealed that rowing works approximately 85% of the body's muscles, especially in the legs, back, core, arms, and shoulders. In conclusion, back when I started attending at UC Santa Barbara, Mr. Daniel Lee came up to me and suggested that I join the rowing team because, as someone who's 6'5", my height would serve as an advantage and allow me to excel in the sport. Thanks to Mr. Lee, I had the privilege of meeting Coach Jeff Laird, who taught me to not only improve my rowing technique, but to appreciate my time on the water, the camaraderie with my teammates, and how anyone from age 9 to 99 could partake in rowing. Now that I live in landlocked El Paso, Texas, the Concept 2 rowing machine serves as a fair substitute to rowing on Catuma Lake in Santa Barbara or the Schuylkill River in Philadelphia. But even though I'm no longer able to take in the majestic views of these spots, I can still enjoy the physical and mental benefits of this amazing sport of rowing. If you're completely new, shoot me a message because it would be my honor and privilege to introduce you to my personal favorite form of cardio. That is rowing. So that does it for today's workout Nerdout. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, if you know anyone who could benefit from this information, please share it with them. Until next time, I'll see you on the next workout Nerdout.